All right, Brittany Force, good morning. Welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You are a top fuel dragster.
Yep.
In the mode of Shirley Muldowney?
Yes.
Are you following in her footsteps?
I'd have to say I'm following in my dad and my sister's footsteps. I drive for the NHRA Meliello Drag Racing Series. We're out here this weekend in St. Louis, and I drive a top fuel dragster. They go about 330 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. It's 10,000 horsepower, and it's pretty exciting. It's quite a ride.
Okay, back up a second. What race is this weekend?
We're out here this weekend. It's the NHRA Drag Racing Series.
NHA Drag Racing Series.
NHRA, National Hot Rod Association.
Gotcha.
So we're here this weekend, and we've been on the road, back-to-back races, so we're excited to be here. And I drive a top fuel dragster. I drive the Castrol Edge top fuel dragster.
Okay, is that the top of the line? Is this the major leagues?
They're the fastest ones out there. Yeah, I compete in the professional field. My dad also competes, and my younger sister. Different category. They're in funny cars, so their cars look a little differently than mine.
Right.
Mine are the long, skinny ones.
With the big wheels.
Big wheels in the back.
Big wheels in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know, they think when the light turns green, you press the gas and you hold on.
Not exactly. That's actually what it looks like, but we actually leave on amber. And
you mean the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when the tree comes down, we step on it. We pull in pre-stage, and when we see amber, we step on it.
You step on it. But then you're also shifting in the car, too.
Nope, we don't. There's actually, making a run in 3.79 seconds, there's no time to shift. It's over before it even starts. It happens so quick. So we don't shift. Other categories in drag racing, they shift, but there's no time for us to shift.
Okay, what's the skill?
There's a lot that goes into it. Mostly it's the team and crew chiefs that put this car together.
Right.
Everything affects our car. It could be weather. It could be, just the track that day. Every little part that goes onto that car, affects how it's going to go for the run. But it also, there's moments where it comes down to driver. If the team doesn't deliver a good car, it comes down to driver. If the driver has to, pedal the car to get it down there, or, driver has to leave on a great reaction time and win on a hole shot. So it depends, but people always said it is mostly the crew and the crew chiefs that put the car together.
When you don't have any brakes, do you have a parachute in the back?
I have parachutes and I have brakes.
And brakes.
Mm-hmm.
And how fast do you go?
We go 330 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. So that's 10,000 horsepower, and we hit 4 to 5 G's when we launch and negative G's when we hit the chutes.
How hard is it to change the channel on the radio when you're going 300 miles an hour?
We don't have no radio.
You don't have
the
any
only
radio?
I have is my crew chiefs yelling at me if they see something wrong and we're getting ready to blow up and they're wanting me to shut the car off.
Brittany.
So that's about it.
You mentioned this, and I think it's fascinating. You and your sister do this. Your dad has done this for a long time. How did you and your sister get the bug to get into the family business?
Well, we always grew up out at the racetrack. We were kids in diapers and pacifiers in our mouth. We were out there when we were just babies. So, it was being out at the racetrack was kind of our second home. Everyone out there was our second family. So I always loved drag racing. I actually went to school at Cal State Fullerton and earned my teaching credential. I was going to go down that path. At the time, I was racing in the sportsman division, Super Comp and A-Fuel. Super Comp, they go about 165 miles per hour. A-Fuel, they go about 270 miles per hour, so not quite the same as what I'm doing now. But I was just more hobby racing, and I thought I'd go down that line. And then the opportunity came along to get into a top fuel car, and I jumped in, and my whole plans changed, and I knew I was going top fuel racing.
So so this week, it's Saturday night?
Friday, Saturday is qualifying. Sunday is eliminations.
And okay, so the is it a one for the finals? Is it a one shot, the fastest car wins, or are there like 2 or 3, or how does that work?
Sunday you go into Friday and Saturday is qualifying, so they take the top 16 cars and they just go down the list on Sunday. So one gets paired up with number 16. 2 with 15, and you go all the way down the line. There's 4 rounds, and
so you have to beat the car. So it's like a tournament.
Go 4 rounds to win the whole thing.
To win it all. Okay, how's the season going for you?
Pretty good. We just locked into the countdown, which is exciting for us. So we have a chance to battle it out for the championship this year. We're currently number 10 right now, but we've been to 3 final rounds this year, 3 number 1 qualifiers. So I'm very excited for our year. We're way ahead of ourselves than where we were last year, and I'm mostly just excited that we have a chance to compete for the championship.
I've seen this in person. It is one of the great spectator sports. You feel everything that they do. It's like watching rockets take off.
Well, 300 miles an hour
feels
in
like
10
it, too.
seconds.
What is the adrenaline rush? You're on the starting gate, the tree comes down, bang, you hit it. What does it feel like to be in that cockpit?
You know, no matter how many times you go down the track, I'm still nervous. When I pull up there, it's like butterflies. Your heart feels like it's going to come out of your chest. You can't catch your breath. And it makes it harder because you have all the gear on. You have a helmet, fire suit, and all these belts. You can't even take a deep breath because you have so much stuff on. But as soon as we start up that car, it kind of all goes away. And your focus is not on how nervous you are, but getting your car down the track.
And her Uncle Don Garlitz taught her all this stuff. Was that who was hanging out with all these guys? The big time fuel drag people that
my dad grew up with all of them, but my dad was really the one that taught me everything about driving. I obviously got into the sport because of him, so he's really been the best teacher.
What's it like being a woman in a male dominated sport, or what's perceived as a male dominated sport?
You know, it's not as I think it's definitely different than how it is in NASCAR and IndyCar, mostly because I grew up out here. So I know all the people out here. Courtney competes against people, you know, that we've known forever. And it is a little different. There are a few more girls coming into into the sport. It is very limited. I compete mostly against men. There's only one other female in the category that I drive in, and Courtney only competes against one other female. So it is limited.
Do men have a physical advantage driving the car over a woman, or is it more nuanced and use your head more than your brawn?
I think that's all preference. I think in funny car, they definitely do a lot more steering. So you need a lot more muscle behind the car to steer the car because they are all over the place. But I think females have the advantage because we are lighter. And the lighter the car is, I mean, you have to have certain weight limits that you have to keep the car under. But being lighter also helps it because you could distribute the weight where you want it to be.
When you're going 300 miles an hour, do you can actually hear the person talking in your ear?
They usually don't talk to me on a run. It's usually before the run when we're getting ready to pull up there, and you know they want to tell me something about the track or what lane we're in or whatever that is. But usually, no. Once we pull up there and start the car, they don't get in my ear once because that would just be too distracting. Unless they see a problem.
Brittany Force, is that your real name, Brittany Force?
Yep, Brittany Force. People always ask me that.
What number car?
What's that?
What number car? Do you have a number on the car?
745. That's what I started with in Super Comp. It was just a number I randomly picked.
745.
That's my PIN number on my credit card.
745. You don't have any money, so don't worry
So
about it.
it's going to change this year, though, because we're in the countdown this year. We weren't in it last year, so we'll be hopefully 1, but somewhere between 1 and 10.
1 and 10. All right. And so it starts tonight, and
Yes.
Saturday night and Sunday the finals.
Qualifying starts tonight. Saturday we'll be qualifying, and Sunday's elimination.
And it's out at Gateway Raceway.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. Brittany Force, thanks for coming in. Good luck.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard of this term.